Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Netrunner series. In this episode we're going to be covering the perspective of the corporation player. If you haven't seen any of our past videos and have no idea what's going on, I highly encourage you to do so. And if you do have a good idea of what's going on, you're probably best off to skip the first 5-10 minutes of this video. But anyway, let's jump into it. So playing as a corporation player, we have a couple new rules to cover before we get into the deck spotlight and obviously the gameplay. So let's just try and breeze through these as quickly as possible. So first off, what are the different kinds of corporation corporations you can play in Netrunner? So we have Jinteki, which is the guy we were facing off last time. It has a lot of traps, a lot of sneaky things, not a lot of ice to keep you out because it's more of a question of whether or not you actually want to access that card. Because they have a lot of net damage that takes cards out of your hand and will eventually kill you. Very, very lethal. We have the Haspiroid, which is a little bit like Jinteki and stuff. They deal damage as well, but they deal brain damage instead. And what brain damage is a little bit harder to activate, but when it does, every point of brain damage you take permanently reduces your hand size. So if you have 2 points of brain damage, your maximum hand size is 3 if you don't have any other effects changing that. So it gets you closer and closer to dying with every time you take that. So they are very scary, and they also have lots of keep you out ice as well. A lot more so than Jinteki. They're a little bit more fortifying themselves with that. Then we have NBN, which is all centered around the tag mechanic. That's keeping tabs on the run where they are. They have different things that affect that. Like they have a thing if you're tagged, they can completely remove all your money from the game with closed accounts, is to remove all your credits and stick you back down to 0, and there's other nasty things they can do with that as well. And last we have Weyland, which is kind of like the big scary corporation. This is pretty much like with W. It always makes me think of like how if Walmart tried to take over the world. It's exactly this. It's all about making money, keeping the runner out, and potentially killing them with their tag and bag strategy, which is actually what we're going to be going on with this particular video. Now that I mentioned it with these last two, is what is this tag mechanic? Tags look like this. What tags do is it's through various effects, either through cards, and there's other ways that we can get around them. You basically get a pinpoint on exactly where the runner is, who he is, and who he's kind of has for connections and stuff like that. And what we can do while he's tagged is at any point, or sorry, during our turn rather, because you have to spend a click to do it, you spend 1 click and 2 credits to trash one of his resources. So if you remember last time we had our Armitage code busting, if while we're tagged, the corporation player can pay 2 and a click to remove any of our resources, just destroy it. I'm not sure if that's, again, if it's sometimes it's like encouraging them not to consort with the runner, but I think especially with Weyland, you're actually going in and killing them off. Now, the other side of that is the bad publicity token. And this one's a little bit more tricky to get a hand on. It's basically as soon as the corporation gets any bad publicity, it's now 1 permanent credit that the runner can, it's like a reoccurring credit. We covered that in our last video, that you can be used only during the run, but it refreshes every run you make. So it's very strong, and it's very bad for the corporation to have bad publicity, but sometimes you just don't care about it because you're so far ahead because of the bad publicity that you can just take advantage of that. Now, let's go move on to agendas and how they work. So we stole a couple of them last game, and they kind of look like this. This is how much their points worth. But let's get a little bit more into details what this one in the top right corner is. This is the advancement requirement for the agenda. Basically how it works is we have to spend 1 click, 1 click, 1 credit to advance something. And this thing needs 3 advancements, so it takes our entire turn to advance this particular one. Or you can spread it out. You can put one turn, next turn, doesn't matter. As long as there's 3 advancement tokens, then you can score out the agenda. And then the agendas usually have some secondary effect that don't usually affect the runner, but there are some cases where it does. Now, there's a couple more rules I need to go over, but I think I'm going to show you guys the deck so you can kind of see how the mechanics work and why we want to be doing these things. Might make the rules make a little bit more sense. So this is our Weyland deck. It is the tag and bag variety, which is essentially you put tags on them and you kill them. That's exactly what the whole point of this deck is. So you can see a lot of our influence is spent in the yellow there on the NBN, so we're going to be using their faction to put tags on the runner during our turn so we can take advantage of them and they don't just pay the 2 credits and a click to get rid of it. So how are we going to be doing this? We have the C-Source thing which runs a trace. Now the way trace works is it's basically a money game between the runner and the corporation. So you can see this one has a base strength of 3. When the trace is initiated, it's basically I sent out a lookout for where the runner is essentially, and I can choose to boost this with credits. So right now it's a base strength of 3. If I spend any money, it'll boost it. So if I spend 1 credit, it's now a trace 4. 2 credits, it's now a trace 5, etc., etc. The more I dedicate to it, the stronger the trace is. Now, how the runner beats the trace is they first have to look at their base link, which you can see is up here in the top corner. Gabriel is just as a reference at 0 link, base link, but this Kate, which is a shaper, has base link of 1, and the runner also has other cards that increase their link, and then now they have to pay to either again match or exceed, match or exceed my trace. So for example, if we are playing against a Kate player who has no extra link, we run the C source and I pay 2, so it's now a trace 5. Kate has to pay 4 credits to beat the trace, because that means that she'll have 1 plus the 4 credits which she paid, which will then make it basically she avoids the trace. Now, there's traces aren't always tags, but in this case, it most likely will be. Like, for example, our Data Raven here, if we run a trace, instead of getting a tag on her immediately, we just get a power counter, which is almost better in this opinion, but we'll get that later. So speaking of Data Raven, this is going to be our main centerpiece of ice to kind of scare the runner off. So this, see this text up here is above the subroutine. That means this is the encounter effect. So as soon as they hit this ice, this is what happens. They have to choose to either take 1 tag or end the run. Even if they have sentry breakers and they can break the subroutine after, this always fires first. This is like an encounter effect. So that's kind of how that works there. Now, why do we want to tag the runner so badly? Like, what if they don't even have any resources in play? We don't have any uses for tags. That is where you're wrong. The most iconic card in Weyland's arsenal, Scorched Earth, deal 4 meat damage to the player if the runner is tagged. So meat damage works very much the same as net damage, but the only reason they give a distinction is because there are specific cards that block meat damage but don't block net damage. Like, there's specific reasons to try and block meat damage. For example, our Crash Space on our Gabriel deck, that one blocks meat damage, not net damage. So if the Jinteki player hit us with something really nasty to 3 net damage, we can't block it, but we can block the meat damage instead. That's kind of how this one works. So it costs 3 credits, and if the runner is tagged, we can deal 4 meat damage, which means if they have 3 or less cards in hand, they die. We squish them flat. Excuse me. Or actually, more accurately, we blow up their carbon complex and everything else around them to make sure we can take them. So I think you guys can start to get an idea of kind of the theme kind of centered around Weyland. It's all about kind of doing the dirty work to kind of get their job done, so to speak. So other ways we have to take advantage of tags, we also run an agenda called Private Security Force, which has 4 advancement tokens worth 2 points. And if we have this scored, we can always have this effect. If the runner is tagged, the security force gains spend 1 click to deal 1 meat damage. So if they have 5 in hand, they have a tag during our turn, we Scorched Earth them, they only have 1 card left in hand, we can deal 2 meat damage with our remaining 2 clicks and get the kill that way as well. And I said that's only when the runner is tagged as well, so that's another reason why we want to have them tagged. And it's just a fairly solid agenda. The 2-4 agendas are, I mean, it's fairly basic, but I mean, it's pretty much the best you can get in the core set. Now, because we have to run traces on them, and how it's basically a money game, we obviously want lots of ways to get money. So we're going to be spending the rest of our influence on the Hasbiroid faction to get something called the Adonis campaign. And how Adonis works is you spend 4, it's up in the top corner is the amount it costs to res or activate it. We activate it spending 4 credits, and then for the rest of the, until we use up this 12 credit amount, at the beginning of our turn, we gain 3 credits. So it's spend 4 to gain 12 over the course of X amount of turns. What is that? I guess, yeah, 4 turns. Jeez. Yeah, math skills. Okay, so it's a net gain of 8 credits over 4 turns, which is, I mean, it's a little bit more of like a drip economy, but we have lots of ways to keep them out and keep delayed until we can build up our funds and get a real big Sea Scorched. To try and kill them out. The other way we have as well is the Melange Mining Corp. If we stick this behind a bunch of our ice and tax them to get in, I mean, it only costs 1 to trash, but the idea is to make them spend a lot of their credits breaking through our ice and kind of get a test and kind of see what their capabilities of their rigs have, kind of like see what they're capable of, again, like I said, before we start scoring out our agendas. It's a good way to test it, because if they leave it, we can just spend our entire turn, 3 clicks, and gain 7 credits. Like I said, that is very powerful, and so that the amount of credits that gives us totally helpful, again, for running things like Sea Source and make sure that we can out money them essentially. Now, the other way we're going to be making money is our ID ability, much like Gabriel's is every time they access HQ, they gain 2 credits. That's his ID ability. Ours is every time we play a transaction type of operation, which is the corporation's version of events, we gain 1 extra credit. So when we play Beanstalk Royalties, instead of just getting 3 credits for free, we're getting 4 credits for free. Hedge Fund, instead of getting a net gain of 4 credits, much like Sure Gamble, we're getting a net gain of 5 credits. And whereas we only run 6 of these cards, that little extra bit of money it just helps out so much in so many different ways. The last way we're going to be getting it is with the Pad campaign, which again has the 2 cost to res it or activate it, and then we just gain until this thing is trashed. There's no limit on this. Until this thing is trashed, we gain 1 at the start of our turn, every turn after we res it. So this is a very powerful card, and the runner definitely wants to try and spend that 4 to trash it. But again, when they do, that drops them down 4 credits, which maybe puts them within Sea Source range. All of a sudden, they can't beat our trace. They're tagged. We bag them. That's another way how that one works. So the rest of our ice is, a lot of it's designed just to keep people out. The Hadrian's Wall is a very expensive 10 credits to res it. Once they do, it's a 7 strength barrier with 2 subroutines, so it's cost them a lot of money. So as soon as you get this res once, the rest of the game, the runner is going to have to keep paying to get through that, and it's going to be quite the pain for them. We also run Ice Walls. This is a basic, I said it's a 1 cost, keep you out kind of thing, and if we want to keep advancing it to keep making it cost the runner more and more, it's usually worth our investment as well. Along that same line, we have Wall of Static, which is just a 3 cost, 3 strength barrier. Again, it's just designed just to keep them out, make them bounce off it, and just buy us a little bit of time to get our Adonis and Melange all set up, and again, just kind of keep them out as long as possible. Maybe start scoring out some private security forces and whatnot. We also run Enigma, which is a code gate which makes the runner lose a click. So again, that if they run it like their first click or something like that, and they lose a click in the middle of the turn, they're not surprised, or they're surprised by it, they're not expecting it. This subroutine can be very, very strong. But, I mean, otherwise it's only a 2 strength code gate. It's mostly designed to kind of delay them early game. After that, I said we've already had a look at Data Raven for our things. We also run Hunter, which is just a basic trace again. It's only a 1 strength to add it or whatever, but it's 4 to break it. So, I mean, it doesn't stop them, it doesn't keep them out, but it does have the potential to give them 1 tag and maybe lose a click and 2 credits. So it's mostly to keep them paranoid of tags. Or if they're not paranoid of tag and they're kind of playing the tag me game, this is a perfect one to kind of get them on there and then, to start scorching them down. So that's the main thing we want to do. We want them to feel comfortable with tags and then all of a sudden double scorch them for 8 meat damage. That's kind of the play we want. Lastly, we have Rototurret, which is the last bit of Hasbiroid's thing, is to destroy 1 program and end the run. So if they are using something to get through our Enigmas and different things like that, we have a face-down piece of ice, so they feel safe. All of a sudden, we res the Rototurret, and we can trash 1 of their programs and then end the run on top of that. So this is a very solid piece of ice. Only 0 strengths. I mean, as soon as they have a Sentry Breaker of any kind, they're set. They can kind of go through this. But again, this is kind of like early game to set them back. And if they don't run enough of their Icebreakers, this could do some serious damage to their tempo. Okay, so that's kind of how the deck works there. The one I definitely skipped over on purpose is Archer, and I think I'm going to cover the agendas first. So first off, we have Hostile Takeover. So it's only, you need 2 advancements, and it only gives you 1 point, but it's basically you can play this down and advance it twice and use it immediately. Basically, spend your entire turn to get 7 credits and 1 agenda point. So that can be very strong as well, but we take 1 bad publicity. So for the rest of the game, the runner has that credit to spend. So that is very, very bad for us as well. But I mean, if we think that the 1 agenda point and the 7 credits are necessary, sometimes it's worth the bad pub to take the bad pub and do it. The other one we have, it's a 1 cost, is the Posted Bounty. When we score Posted Bounty, we can instead forfeit it and make the runner take 1 tag. So the way we can play this one off is 1 turn, we install, advance it for our entire turn. The next turn we advance it, score it, make the runner take a tag, and then scorch them. So that's kind of, again, that's another play to kind of do the magic 8 meat damage, because there's no way they're going to avoid that. Even if they have 5 cards in hand, there's no way they can really avoid that. So that's another play of this one. It's also another 1 cost agenda, and the way we want to be, the reason why we want so many 1 costs is if we do get a good Ice Fortress set up and we feel confident we can boss this one out. So there's a whopping 5 advancement tokens to play this one, but it's 3 agenda points, and we can res a piece of ice ignoring all other costs. So we can res our Hadrian's Wall for free, so that's 10 credits we basically saved with that one. And if we can res 2 of these, we're at 6 points. All we need is either Hostile Takeover or a Posted Bounty for an easy 1 victory point, and that's the game there. I mean, we don't have to kill them all the time. And then, of course, we've already covered Private Security Force. Now, the other thing, the reason Priority Requisition is good is because Archer. Archer only costs 4 to res, but as an additional cost to Archer, the Corporation must forfeit an agenda. So if we already have gained the 7 credits from Hostile Takeover, the point's not as necessary. We can spend 4 credits and forfeit the Hostile Takeover, and then we have this bad boy. This is one of the scariest ice in, probably the scariest ice in Weyland's arsenal. So as a subroutine, it's a 6 strength Sentry. So Sentry Breakers are really good for like lower strength usually. I mean, usually if they have more than even 4 strength, then if the runner has to pay a lot of money to kind of boost up the strength of the Sentry Breaker. And this has a whopping 6. And so we gain 2 credits at the start of it. So we've already gained half. If they don't break it, then we've already gained half the value of Archer back. We have to trash 2 of their programs so they can't break it, and we end the run. So this is, if we can get 1 of these rezzed, it basically makes our Priority Requisition a lot more easier to score. Any of our other agendas to score a lot easier, because there's a good chance that the runner can't get through this guy. The one thing we got to watch out for, of course, is Inside Job as well. So yeah, if we can use Priority Requisition to res that piece of ice and not have to forfeit an agenda, is so good. It's an awesome combination. So that pretty much wraps up our deck spotlight for today, guys. I'll see you in the arena. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are starting the match, and how perfect is this? We found someone we're going up against Gabriel, so we have to see how we match up against ourselves. So, I think I'm going to keep this hand, because even though we only have 1 ice, we have 2 pad campaigns, and that is so very strong. Yeah, absolutely love it. Keep as well. So, because we're the Corporation player, we do go first. we'll be starting this off shortly then. So, unlike the runner, we do technically have 4 clicks, but the first click must always be to draw a card. And if at the start of our turn we cannot draw a card, we lose the game. We are milled. Basically, we've run out of resources, and our company will no longer support us, and we go under. I think that's pretty much how it's supposed to go anyway, so we can be milled. Anyway, that's the point. So it's our turn. We have the double Scorched in hand. This is going to be very nasty, but I think we still have a fairly clear play. We're just going to do put a piece of ice in front of HQ so he doesn't get an easy Gabe proc there. And, yeah, we're just past turn over him. Now, sadly, our R&D is wide open right now. But, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to draw into a little bit more ice to put that over. I mean, hopefully, I think we want to get a Data Raven probably over HQ. But ideally, we don't want to have it on the outside, because if he does do that inside job, then he is going to be... Yeah, we'll let him through there, because we don't have any ice protecting. If he does inside job, the ice that will be bypassed will be the Data Raven, sadly. So he goes over the Data Raven and into Ice Wall. So I think we actually might put that over R&D. I don't know. We'll see. So he didn't see anything. No agenda there to steal. That's awesome for us. We'll see what he does the rest of his clicks. Both players start off with 5 creds. I guess I forgot to mention that last game. Just other things to talk about. Ooh, and he does want me to force me to res the ice, but that's fine with us. We'll res the ice wall and keep him out. Yeah, you can just get out there. Yeah, so you start the game 5 creds, 5 cards in hand. The corporation then draws a card for the first one. So at the start of the game, you technically have 6 cards in hand, 3 clicks to work with. He draws another card. Let's see what else he has here. Awesome. Yes, and this game is very fun, and I mentioned in the comments in the previous video, but if you do have the ability to play this game in real life, I highly encourage you to do so. Now, I only have 4 credits left. I think I'm going to res both of these anyway. Well, no, we'll just res the one, I think, for now. Cool. And there's the wall of static, so perfect. We are very fortunate we didn't do that. I mean, technically we could install and just take credits, but I think I'm going to draw 1 card. Oh god, all 3 Scorched. This is terrible for the runner, but I mean, if we can get a C source, I guess that's kind of a necessary play here. So we're going to put this one in front of R&D, and we're going to take a credit. I mean, we probably should have taken 2 credits, so that way when we did res this, we'd have enough money to res Pad Campaign next turn, but now we'll just have to wait another turn, but that's okay. I mean, I don't think he's going to be spending credits to break these anytime soon anyway. Alright, let's see what he's got for breakers, because right now all we have is barrier ice up, so if he has the corroder or something else... Gold it! Okay, so now he can get in. Awesome. So he's going to be paying money every time now. So it's like we res it once, and then for the rest of the game he has to pay money to trash it, or to break into our server, so that's not horrible for us. And I said the magic number for this, we got to boost this twice, so he has to pay 2 credits every time, but we'll see if that's worth it. I said he has a 1 in 4 chance for him to access an agenda. We'll see what happens, but he is going to see the Scorched Earth, so we'll see. Yeah, triggers gain 2. He's accessing the HQ, and accesses 1 of the Scorched Earth. Now, the nice thing is, if he does do repeated runs on HQ, which he most likely will be, he's going to keep seeing that Scorched Earth and either think that I have 1 or 2 maybe. Oh, and he is going to trash the Pad Campaign. All right. Good. That's a good waste of 4 credits for us. If we get a C, we can't exactly see Scorched right now. Actually, we don't have enough credits. We just need to keep making money. Hopefully, we can get a melange off or something like that, but first we kind of got to get ourselves a little bit set up here. Yeah, so the fact that he hasn't gotten any agendas yet is awesome for us, because we can kind of just delay and kind of see what happens. I think I'm just going to take this coming up to... Oh, yeah, he still has 1 click left. I don't think he's going to run R&D. He might, though. Yeah, there you go. As I said, if that's a Data Raven, that's very bad news for him. Starter turn. We just need some ice now. A hostile takeover. Not exactly what we're looking for, but that is a lot of money. Probably should have res the Pad Campaign. If I was smart, I probably would have done that, but hey, don't always make the best of plays. Do we want to give him bad publicity this early on? Not really. Let's see if we can draw into an ice, and if we don't, then we'll I guess we can trash 1. I don't really want to trash any of the Scorches, but we only really need 2 in hand. Yeah, we'll draw a card, see what it is. Hedge fund, perfect. Draw and money. Cool. So we're going to get, 6 credits gained from that because of our ability, our transaction cards. And unlike Gabe, so it's the first time you make a successful run on HQ. This is whenever you play a transaction. So you can be making a lot of credits with this, especially with the other data packs and stuff like the other cards that are in this in this game. There's a lot of other transactions that can definitely take advantage of that. Making up to 3 extra credits a turn is actually very strong. And yeah, this game is all about efficiency too. It's just like making sure you get to make the most bang for your buck, and that's something that Weyland is awesome at doing. So yeah, we can't forget to res this thing in this turn, but I mean, this means he will probably check it. Let's see. Oh, and he's going R&D. We're okay with that. Wall is static. He has to pay 2 credits to get in, and we're definitely okay with that. Okay, yeah, no, decides just to jack out. That's fine. It's just cost him a click to make me lose 3 credits essentially, but and now he knows what he's up against. So you can kind of plan accordingly. He's playing very smart right now. Depending on what we draw next turn, we do really need ice at this point. I think we gotta start building up one of our super servers at this point and just try and keep them out with inside job. We're just gonna try and stick all the ice in one thing. Yeah, and I said we really want to have an inner data raven right now, so we're probably going to put that in front of a remote now as opposed to the central servers. But we do need to keep our R&D and, more importantly, our HQ safe. And probably at some point we're going to have to cover up our archives, because if he's Gabe, he's probably running Sneak Door Beta. Oh, and he accesses our agenda. That really sucks, but hey, whatever. 1 in 5 chance. That's the problem with leaving our HQ exposed. And he gets 2 credits from that as well, so he still has a net gain of 1. And he puts a crash space down, which is good and bad for us. It means that we have to use both these scorches. So I'm actually going to turn that down. It's probably a little bit loud for you guys. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. All the sound effects are awesome. Hey? Oh, he didn't mean to do that. Okay, he draws a card instead. That's fine. Okay. Click, and we get a hunter. Awesome. Where do we want to stick this? Tag him every time. I think we're going to put this over HQ. Okay, yeah. Let's draw a card. We'll see what we get. Awesome. Beanstalk. And we'll put this here. Awesome, -1. So we're back up to 10 credits. And now we have, if he does want to go in through HQ, he's going to have to get tagged to do so. Because we do definitely have enough money to beat his trace. Because Gabriel has 0 base link, so he has to literally just pay. So if we boost it even by 1 credit, he has to take the tag. And then that's going to be very nasty for him. It means he's pretty much going to have to lose 1 click, 1 and 2 credits, essentially. Just try and keep him poor. Okay, taking money, that's good. Ooh, and a sure gamble, awesome. So he's up to 9 for pretty much his entire turn. That's awesome. Very good news for him. Let's see, our trace is not looking as likely. I think we might actually just score out this hostile takeover right now. I said, oh, I don't know. We don't need credits that badly. Oh, we have a second one. We probably should. So we really do need more ice, because I'd really like to set up a scoring server so I can get these out of my hand, considering he's going to be trying to get in here. Do we want the 7 credits that bad? Yes, we do. Because, I mean, the other thing we have to watch out for is that account siphon. Score you out. Yes, take bad publicity. And this now sets up a future archer, which is awesome for us. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite curious to see what else he's got. Because for breakers, oh, he's also got the mimic. Okay. He still can't break into this because it's a 4 strength. We're fine with that. And, yes, we're going to res the hunter for 1. So he's got, yeah, 6 credits left. Yeah, just fire away at this because he doesn't have a data sucker or anything installed. Yeah, I think there's no more tricks. We're just going to fire this off the trace. So, yeah, 6 credits, 0 link, base things with 3. Let's put it up to 3 so as to spend all of his money and he won't be able to get into HQ then unless he wants to take a tag. Because we don't want to put much more than that, because if he does decide just to take the tag, then, oh, yeah, he also has 1 bad publicity as well. But, I mean, then he loses an extra click, essentially. Okay, yeah, no, he's just going to pay the 2 after. That's probably a good call on his part. He does have 3 cards in hand right now, so if he does end his turn with a tag, that's very bad for him because we can double scorch him. But I don't think he's going to do that. Awesome. Successful run. Because he doesn't have to even pay any money because he has the bad publicity now. And he accesses another, scorch. So probably just to remind him, hey, you should probably ditch that tag. Okay, we really need ways to keep him out right now. Yeah, there you go. Reduced by 2. What? Oh, of course. The crash space. It's recurring credits for that. Awesome. Okay, and he's going to get in here as well. Okay. He still has tons of money. Yep. And yeah, used 1 bad publicity for that as well. So that bad publicity is really hurting us right now. Probably still too early in the game to have used that, but I mean... Oh no! Oh, that's exactly what I wanted too. Dang it! But I guess I really do need my scoring server set up before I can really get that shenanigan started up. And there is the Data Raven. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is draw a card, install, probably. So let's just see what we get for options. Priority rec. Yeah, he can't get through. He can't break that with the mimic, so we get to trace him again. And if we get that power counter, we pretty much win the game. Yes, I think we're going to go here. And do we want to keep priority rec safe? Because he's probably going to get in there. I think so. Let's put priority requisition. Oh, no. Quit selecting things. There we go. Move you over. Awesome. Cool. And end the turn. Oops. I think I just full screened it. There we go. That was F11 instead. Okay. End the turn. Awesome. So yeah, priority requisition is. I just feel it's fair. Oh no, inside job. Oh, infiltration. Yeah. So okay, that's rather unfortunate. But at least now it makes him go for it. Is it Alt E? Which is it? There it is. Yeah, it's Control E. Expose. I get to see what that is. So it's gonna be 3 points for him. That's actually gonna be game. Wow, I totally did that wrong. It doesn't. He just gets to go in there and take it now if he wants. Wow, I just totally lost the game. Jeez, yeah, I was not even thinking. Yeah, because that's now. Well, I'm not sure if it's safer there out of my hand. Wait, no, it's only 3. No, no, we don't quite lose the game. Never mind. He just needs 1 point after that. I mean, it's pretty damn close, but oh, that's nasty. Okay, yeah. So if he does decide to go for it, yep, he's gonna go for it. All right, Data Raven. Yeah, obviously he's gonna try and go through this, but I mean, hopefully we can get that trace on the tag there. Actually, there's only have 2 cards in hand, so we can basically. What's the amount of credits he wants to spend for that? Yeah, so let's calculate this out. So he has essentially 8 credits to work with. It's a base trace of 3. So if we boost it by 5, I think we're gonna go to a 6. Then we're gonna boost the trace to 6, so he can't wait. So he can't beat it, right? Okay. Yeah. So wait. We need enough so we can actually still double. Or yeah, just 1 scorch for him. Okay. So the trace is gonna be. How high do we need that trace? So I don't want to get this wrong. So yeah, he has essentially 8 credits to work with, base times 3. So 3. Yes, we had to boost it by 4. We have 3 left. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Trace boost by 4 to 7, 5 to 8. Yeah, we need to boost by 6, right? To make it to 9, so we can't beat it no matter what. And then we can go click, click, or yeah, click, or credit, credit, boom. Right? Since there's no way he can break that now. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. So we can do that on our turn to give him a tag. Cool. And then successful run. So he's at to 6 points. And unless he needs, yeah, spend one of those to drop the tag. Unless he can, if he can access my hand and get that other hostile takeover before I can kill him next turn. Otherwise, that's rough. Also, I've been getting too distracted. I haven't read the pad campaign at all this turn. But I mean, I'm not sure if the 2 credits would have been worth it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Oh, and he just draws a card. Yeah, that's game. All right. So we're gonna go start my turn. Credit, credit. Remove powder counter. Give him a tag. Does he have a tag? Does he have a tag right now? Yeah, he does have 1 tag. And then we Scorched Earth. Oh, Crash Space. No! I forgot about Crash Space. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we just about killed him, but we still have 2 more in hand, so that's at least getting rid of that. But we're down to 0 credits now. Okay. No to remind him. Yeah, of course he's going to use... Oh, he did use Crash Space. Awesome. Yeah, sorry. Cool. So yeah, 3 damage prevented, 1 down. Oh, I mean, let me lose a count siphon. Awesome. Okay, I totally forgot about Crash Space. Okay, so he has to spend his actual credits now to drop the tag, which he's probably going to do. And now we have to make sure he doesn't get a point for the rest of the game. And see if we can tag him again. If we get... Where do we want to stick that Enigma? I kind of feel like I want to stick it over R&D. Because that's where he's most likely going to get it. I think. Oh, we'll see. It's so tough. Yeah, that's not one. That's just a pad campaign that I can't even res. That's fine. You can waste your click on that. And I'm down to 0 credits now, so I can't even... Oh, is he going to trash that for 4? It's probably a good call, actually. He needs to ditch that tag. Well, no, actually, he has 1 turn not to avoid it, actually. The other thing being, I could... no, I don't have enough credits. I can't advance either, since I need technically 2 credits to do the hostile takeover route. Man. Oh, this is tough. Yeah, he said, yeah, he's safe for 1 turn because he knows I don't have the credits to do it. But if I top deck like a Beanstalk Royalties or something like that, ooh, that's nasty. Huh. Well, I think I do want to draw a card anyway. Because I'm going to be putting... Oh, and I can't even put that Enigma anywhere. Okay, let's see what... So you can see what the top card is. He's got to pay 2 for that, right? For the barrier? Yeah, got to pay 2. But one of them is going to be free because of the bad publicity. Yeah, okay, awesome. Cool. Yeah, so that bad publicity is really hurting me, but I mean, you can see why it's... Oh, no. Oh, good. Not an agenda. Okay, let's see what that is. Let's see if it's like, yeah, any kind of economy card, then he needs to drop that tag now. No, he's keeping it. Okay. So here, we're going to fire it off. not going to increase the trace strength because he didn't pay 2, or he's just going to take the tag. Again, if he gets that hostile takeover, so it's a 1 in 4 chance he wins the game here. Oh, he just takes the tag. He's in tag me mode. Oh, God. Please, 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 please. Okay, successful run. 1 in 4. Come on, we need an entire turn of credits. And then we did destroy one of his account siphons. Okay, good. He sees the other scorched. So he's in trouble now. Oh, and he draws a card. Okay. If we get any kind of economy, we win the game. Nope. Okay. So we're going to draw again. Oh, great. Not another agenda. At least we're getting that out of R&D. We can't drop down anything because it costs... Oh, I actually really probably should have just taken 2 credits. Well, no, next turn we can still do it just fine anyway. So then we're going to go here, here. And do we risk tossing this in the archives? We don't want to think on it too long or he's going to know what's up. So yeah, I think we're just going to trash this. And so we could hide it in archives, and since we trash it and hope that he doesn't run it for free. Yeah, no, otherwise, yeah, okay, we'll see what happens this turn. This is the deciding turn. Draws a card. He's up to 5. Is he going to pay to drop tags now, or how is he going to go about this? I think this turn, actually, we're going to res that pad campaign. Force him to get around it that way. Because we have him tagged. We just need to bag him now. We need the 6 credits for the double scorched. Yeah, oh, he's losing his tags. Yeah, okay. That's a smart play on his part. Okay, yeah, so he's playing a little bit more passively now. I think we can do the same. Even though we can't play too passively because, again, he is at 6 points right now. He is at match point. I think we're going to stick the Enigma in front of, yeah, R&D. I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, because it costs -2 otherwise. I think I just got to do this and then take 2 credits. Cool. -1 and take 2 credits. Awesome. So like I said before, if you guys are curious about that one, it's the first piece of ice in front of a server is free, but everyone after that costs increasingly more. Okay, yeah, he's going to trash the pad campaign. It's probably smart on his part to make me spend the 2 before he trashes it, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so he can spend 1 with the bad publicity. He technically only has to pay 3 to do it, but he's down to 1 cred. So if we can get a C source, that's another way we can squish him now. But he does have 5 cards in hand, so we do need the double scorch to do so. Huh. Where do we want to do here? Hadrian's, where do we want to stick you? I kind of want to stick you in the scoring server. But I mean, it's so much credits right now, and we're so far behind. Like I said, Weyland does not want to be this far behind. That was a huge mistake we did with the priority requisition. I was just nervous he was going to pull it out of our hand, because he did nail our private security force out of our hand just on a lucky chance. I didn't want him to get an easy 3 points, but turns out he did anyway, because I totally forgot about crash space. So there's so much stuff to kind of keep track of here. This game's awesome, though. Okay, next turn. What do we want to do? He's just taking credits for now. R&D. So no res. Yeah, we'll tell him that here. There is a button for it, but it doesn't always work good. So he just goes on to this one. Sees what's in the top of R&D. Hopefully it's not an agenda. Oh, God. The other thing is we could have saved that data raven token and built up things. I said if I would have got around crash space, that's totally what I would have been a successful run. And yeah, saved the power token, built up a bunch of credits, and double scorched them is what I should have done, because that would not have been enough. Okay, still not an agenda. Whew! Okay, we're still lucky. We're still in this somehow. How much is bad publicity gonna hurt us? Because we could technically next turn get the 7 creds from our hostile takeover. And that still puts us at 5 cards in hand, so it's 1 less agenda he can get to. I think that's actually going to have to be the play for now. You'll see what our top deck is. Another Data Raven. Awesome. Okay, that's actually really good for us. Yep, we're going to go the bad pub route. We're too far behind already. The bad publicity is not going to affect us as much as this. Hostile takeover, that's 1 less thing he can take from hand. Okay, awesome. So he has a 1 in 5 chance if he does access our hand, and otherwise now we have enough money to res the Enigma and keep him out of R&D for now until he gets a code gate breaker. And that'll hopefully force him to either play some more cards down to get some stuff going, or hopefully drop him down down to 3 cards or less. But I think he's definitely wised up to the scorch now. That was a pretty close call, blowing up his crash space. It's like we had an idea of where he was, but it turned out it was not the place he was looking for. Yes, we're going to res that. Enigma to make him lose a click. So it sucks a lot for him. We just use both those. And the run, so he's down to 2 clicks left. So it's basically a 2-click run, yeah. You have no idea how scared I am. I said at least he hasn't been account siphoning us. That's really hurts Weyland when they don't have the credits left anymore. Now, what I could do, no, it's too stupid. I'm not sure if I could tempt on with it. So what I could do is Data Raven over here and then drop the priority of its security force, but it doesn't actually keep them out. Okay, where do we want to stick the Data Raven? Uh-oh. Well, that's good for us, but where do we want to stick things? I think we just draw and try and discard probably the Hadrian's Wall. Ice Wall. Awesome, that doesn't really do much. Where do we even want to put this? This is, again, costs him more money, but he has 2 bad publicity right now, so this thing might as well be for free. In front of a scoring server, maybe? Yeah, this is so tough right now. I think we just really need the C source and then just keep drawing money. I think we're going to discard the Hadrian's Wall, though. So our hand is filling up with agendas very, very quickly. That or we can try and put this in front of HQ and try and keep him out that way. Because he doesn't have a code gate breaker yet. So I think we're actually going to put this up here and then just take 2 credits to even out at 4 credits. Yeah, I think that's going to be the play. Oops, easy. Oh, God. Jeez, what the heck is going on here? So we derez this. Res. Derez. Go back up the cred. Install here. Back up to click. I don't think I lost. How did I lose another click there? That was weird. Okay, anyway. And -2, credit. Awesome. Oh yeah, more hand size. We knew about that. And do I really want to hide priority rec in the archives? I kind of do because that's really sneaky. But I think we're just going to leave it for now. Oh, and there's some kind of error going on here. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Okay. Can we end our turn or what? There we go. Awesome. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, that was definitely a bit of a fail there. I tried dragging it over and it must have highlighted instead. What do you got here? Data dealer. Interesting. Is he really going to do that? Oh, boy. Okay, so, yeah, I guess if he has 2 anyway, I guess it's not as bad a deal for him. So he just destroyed an agenda to gain 9 credits. Very strong ability on his side. Yeah, he could easily still get something and win the game right now because he's at 5. Yeah, might as well res it. He said we really needed another Enigma up there to keep him out for now. So then he runs the trace. Yeah, I'm not going to boost it, I don't think, so I don't want to be dropped down to no credits. Then yeah, we're not going to boost it at all. Force him to pay some money. Yeah, just pay 3 credits for that. And said it's a 2 in 5 chance right now that he wins the game. Oh god. So that was, you know, one bad play. Yeah, the priority rec just totally screwed us. Okay, yeah, so we paid 3. Reduced by 1. Why? Okay, anyway. Access, so he essentially lost 3 credits and he's going to gain 2 of them back. So he paid 2 to get, or paid 1 essentially to get into our hands. So that's still very strong for him. Whew, okay, not an agenda. Awesome. Okay, so he still knows that we have the Scorched. I'm pretty sure that's all he's seen every run. Or no, he sniped out the what do we call it, private security force as well. Crap. If we get in another Enigma, we got to get our scoring server set up because it's getting ridiculous. Rototurret, awesome. So we can trash the corroder. But what's something I can actually stick him in there to bait him without... Oh, it does have End the Run as well. No, wait, he can trash that with Mimic. Yeah, dang, he does have a Sentry Breaker. Dang it! Oh, I was so excited we could get rid of the corroder, but that's not the case. Okay. You'll never know. Okay. I do actually kind of want to trash the priority rec, just because whatever. I don't think we're going to get a chance to get that. I think we're just going to draw up and trash some cards probably at the end of it. God, this is such a horrible position. Yes! Enigma! Okay, awesome. Let's put this in front of our scoring server and get something in there right now. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, let's get that in there for -1, and we can't put anything in there this turn because we don't have the money to res it then. And we'll just take a credit. And I think we're going to ditch the Rototurret because he can just break that anyway. So it's constantly like, oh yeah, I'm going to be sneaky and put something in archives. He hasn't checked it yet, but that doesn't mean he won't. Oh, what are you doing? Infiltration? Oh, forge activation orders. Well, that's good. Yeah, we'll res that. Oh, it's a good thing we took that extra credit. Oh, God. Forge activation orders is very, very strong. That's the one if we can't res it, we have to just trash it. So first up here. Yeah, that's fine. Fire with the obviously no base strength, so we're down to 0 credits. And then, yeah, he's going to get us in there, too. Oh, pay 1 to break it with Corroder. Yeah, I said, oh, if only we'd gotten Rototurret earlier, if he didn't have Mimic. Okay, yeah, and successful. Alright, again, a 2 in 5 chance. Come on, come on. Just keep us alive. No! Oh, good. Oh, this is so scary. Oh god, it's again, it's another thing about being in and like having a in physical games, you gotta try and keep a poker face on top of it. Like I said, my heart's beating like a racehorse right now. Okay, draws a card. So he's back up to 5 because that double scorch will kill him if we get that thing there. So I think we just really need credits at this point. Like I said, our planned economy is not going all that great for us. Okay, so we do want to get the priority rec. In order, if we are going to advance this thing out, we need something to actually target with it. Essentially, we do. It's nice to get the 3 points out there, but in reality, we really want to be rezzing something. You know what I mean? Oh, not another one. Okay, we got to hide one of them in archives now because this is just getting horribly wrong for us. Yeah, I mean, if he runs there once at this point, it doesn't really matter what we get rid of. So yeah, we're just going to get rid of one of you and the private security force, I think. Awesome. Okay. Just pretend. Yeah, no, nothing unusual going on here. Jeez. Okay, where do we want else? Can we stick the data raven in front of R? No, yeah, he's not getting into R&D anytime soon. I think we can actually put one of those priority recs. Yeah, well, yeah, the priority rec down. Okay, we'll see what else he gets now. So yeah, it's now just a 1 in 5 chance to access an agenda. Yeah, fire off the trace. I don't think we're gonna boost it. We're just gonna force him to pay credits. Because otherwise, like, if it's just not worth it. He might, yeah, exactly. Like, he's just gonna spend 2 credits and a click to break it anyway. So if we don't, it's like, at what point is it worth his money? Successful. Oh, what's this do again? Oh yeah, you can expose a card. Okay. Oh, phew. Okay, is that another? Did you just? Yeah, you got another scorch. That's hilarious. Every time he's accessed. Hee hee. Okay, cool. Just pretend like we only have one of those, of course. Okay. So I think coming up, I think we just want to install credit and hope he doesn't have an oh no. Oh well, there's the game. Nice one. Okay, cool. Well, guys, I guess that's been the game for this one. My name's been Handsome Monkey. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and thanks very much to my friend Io here who happened to want to play a core set deck with me, and we'll be getting into a little bit more of the advanced decks later on because there's lots of fun combinations out there. Take care, guys.